AI is rapidly evolving. It's a continuous learning curve that may be steep for accountants. They are busy advising clients, running firms, and more. And sometimes AI facts get confused. What's real and what's myth? Today, I have with me Mike Cieri from Bill. Mike, tell us a little bit about yourself and your role at Bill.
Yeah, first off, great to be here. Thanks for having me. My name is Mike Cieri. I work at Bill. I've been there for 3 months now. I run the software team. So I run all of Bill's software products. I've been working in technology for about 20 years, and the majority of that has actually been at SMB technology firms. I spent a long time at Square as well as at Gusto on my path to Bill.
Okay. Mike, you've spent your career building technology and software solutions, and you're working on the cutting edge of AI, and you and your teams are building it from the ground up, which is really cool. But firms are being overwhelmed by the amount of information and the kinds of AI that they should be thinking about or looking at. Taking a step back, why is agentic AI such a big breakthrough? And how does it differ from the other forms of AI like predictive and generative AI?
Yeah, great question. I mean, it's so easy to get caught up in the vernacular and the words around AI. Predictive AI has been around for quite some time. When you think of predictive AI, another term for that might be machine learning. A lot of companies or people will use that in order to predict a certain outcome to a particular type of question. So, is this lead a good lead? Is this customer going to convert in this onboarding flow? You'd use machine learning for that, which is a predictive type of AI. Generative AI is relatively new. That's being able to create new content, being able to generate something using a lot of data in the background, a large language model in order to do that. Agentic AI is about stitching multiple things together and actually be able to execute a workflow. So being able to stitch together outputs from generative AI multiple times in order to get something done. It's really useful in Bill's context and in the context of small businesses because that allows folks to be able to automate workflows that previously were very time consuming.
So that's really helpful because that was pretty straightforward how you explained it. So let's jump into the agentic AI. How is agentic AI going to change the tech stack for businesses and firms?
Well, the great thing about generative AI and using it in an agentic way is it's able to piece together a lot of different workflows that previously were siloed. So a lot of small businesses today are doing work in a lot of different tools. Those tools aren't integrated, they aren't working together. If you're able to have data shared amongst different products and different platforms and apply AI over that in order to automate workflow, it allows firms to move a lot faster to get work done that previously they were doing in individual point solutions. And at Bill, that's something we're trying to build in terms of our financial management platform, is helping SMBs get work done across accounts payable, spend and expense, accounts receivable, all stitched together under one AI platform.
And nothing makes accountants happier than workflows that gain efficiencies for
That's
them.
right.
Where do you see the biggest gains for firms in adopting AI? And we kind of just talked about that a little bit, but maybe there's some additional information
Totally. I
that you
mean,
have
that's
to
one of the
share.
big ones. It's just efficiency. So it's
Yeah.
able to take a lot of menial work, a lot of work that previously people had to do that now can be done by machines much more effectively and faster. So that's wonderful. But there's always still human judgment, creativity, sensitive decisions that have to get made, and humans are still in the loop to do that kind of work. The second thing AI is really good at is surfacing insights. It's able to look across lots of data in different places and being able to bubble up things that are the most important for you to consider on something you might want to take action on in the form of an insight or on the form of a report. Put together, these things should help small businesses and accountants in particular grow because they can put more of their time on value-added service for their customers, helping their customers come up with new growth strategies versus all the time they have to spend on menial tasks.
Yeah, I love that. I mean, I think you just hit on a whole bunch of points that really, from the accountant perspective, are really familiar for them. All right, let's move on to a quick fire fact or fiction.
All right.
AI will replace accountants entirely. Fact or fiction?
I would call that fiction. I think you've got some in the industry that might be betting on that. We're betting against that at Bill. We actually see accountants being integral to the next chapter with AI, but we see their roles moving more into becoming, deliverers of insight, strategic advisors versus folks that have to kind of do the menial work of day-to-day financial operations. So we actually see the role in the industry transforming a bit, but still being pivotal to the success of small businesses.
And I love the word transform. So AI will make accounting less personal. Fact or fiction?
Again, fiction. I mean, I think what it does is it allows accountants to be able to be more of a voice of strategy, a voice of reason, helping people navigate complex situations rather than being, again, just doing sort of menial work. And that's going to actually make the profession more personal. That's going to require firms to be able to be more in touch with clients to be able to deliver that strategic advice. So I think it's going to be more personal.
Okay, fact or fiction, adopting AI means drastic overnight change.
I think that's fiction. I think, in some areas you've seen that. I think you step out of the accounting profession, some of the image generation that's going on, or the video generation, or some of the content that's being created by platforms today, especially the core models. It is pretty amazing. And it does seem to happen sort of overnight. But in the profession of accounting and financial management, I think it's something we're going to step into. There's lots of progress being made already. There's more to come. But I don't think it's going to be something that just sort of overnight, something crazy happens. It's going to be rapid, but still happening kind of in step.
Yeah, I think everybody's running to catch up right now. So fact or fiction, if my clients find out I'm using AI, they'll want a price break.
That's an interesting one. I'm going to call fiction on that. I think that clients are mostly paying for outcomes, not necessarily for billable hours. There may be times where if you are experiencing such efficiency driven by AI, that puts you in a position to offer your clients a bit of a price break, possibly, but I don't think that's a requirement. Especially if you're augmenting your time now spent on more strategic advisory, higher level work. I don't think that necessarily needs to mean less money coming in. It's just different work going out, hopefully with prices staying the same.
I do think some clients will probably say something to accountants about potentially the use of AI, and shouldn't that help with some of their fee structures? And I think it'll be really important for firms to think about talking points that they need to have in their back pocket,
Yeah.
if that does, become part of the conversation.
I can
Okay,
see that.
last one. Agentic AI is all hype and no substance. Fact or fiction?
I mean, that's a strong fiction. I think we're seeing that play out in so many places already, even in financial management. We're working at so many things at Bill that is just going to meaningfully transform how accountants work and how SMBs work with financial management. And so strong fiction there.
Well done on the fact and fiction.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much for joining me today. I really do appreciate your time.
I appreciated being here. Thank you so much.